out to work. So I invited my boyfriend over. I asked him to get into my swimming pool. And then while he was swimming around, I carefully built a little wall around the swimming pool. And then he drowned. Does anyone else like to murder people on the Sims? Yeah. And the rest of you actually thought that I have a swimming pool. If you don't know what The Sims is, okay, it's a video game. And what you do is, you create a person and then you ruin their life. It's basically what my parents did to me. And I've been playing it since I was a little girl. I was a little girl on the home computer, just creating fat, old, disgusting men, then going off and impregnating the whole neighborhood. My parents were so worried about me at that age, you know, they were worried I could have been groomed by older men. But I was fine. I was living in my own fantasy world, just living my life as those men. And if we have ever had any kind of beef, I've created you on The Sims. And tortured you. I've left you without access to your basic needs. You've just been walking around my house in a vicious cycle, searching for the bathroom door. And then pissing your pants. I am a very mature person. I've managed to keep in touch with all my ex-boyfriends. They all live together in the special basement that I've made for them on The Sims. All about to die of starvation when the time is right. Imagine that. Imagine keeping all your exes together like pets. It'd be great, wouldn't it? I'd get them to bond. Give them some podcast equipment. They would love it. I could single-handedly fix the male loneliness epidemic. The first thing I do, though, is I give them a massive TV, but the only thing that they'd be allowed to watch is just a slideshow of every dick picture I've ever received. They could have the most perverted game of Guess Who. So the world is really fucked up at the minute. It really is. A lot of people are really scared about their children's future. And I have to say, right, I actually feel the opposite. I am really excited for my children's future because I know that they will never be born. They'll never have to worry about finding housing or getting a job. Jeez, I'm such a good mother. Smashing it. A lot of my friends are having kids now, like some have 2 or 3 kids, and they do the big announcements and the gender reveals, and I unfollow them on Instagram. But I'm in my mid-30s now, so that means that my body is becoming a little bit like my fridge at the end of the week, you know? I'm starting to run low on eggs and milk. There are 3 eggs left in there about to expire. I feel a little bit like my fridge the day before the big shop. No. Jeez, it's a long time since there was fresh meat in there. But, you know, seriously, collectively, women can't even walk down the street now without being harassed. And, you know, I think collectively, women are tired of it. And personally, I feel a little bit left out. Jeez, it's been a good year since I've had a harassment. Hashtag, why not me too? I do love a bit of attention. I do what I can, you know, I've been going for runs in the park in the middle of the night in my school uniform. Waiting for something to happen, you know. I don't want any harm to come to me, you know, I just want a bit of a fright. Get the blood pumping, you know. Last year was an awful year, and in the middle of the night, right, a guy broke into my house, robbed my car keys, stole my car, and he didn't even bother coming upstairs. And the thing is, right, I it used to happen when I was much younger. You know, when I was much younger, I'd always have older, you know, creepy guys coming up to me, and now I'm older and creepy, and now they're shy. You know, I done a self-defense course. I want to try out the moves. You know, I want to try them out. I learned this one move, right? It's so effective. Okay, I'll show you. What you do is you go, do you want to be in a committed relationship with me? Oh, fish just disappeared right from here. But yeah, since that guy broke into my house, I'm really careful. At night time, I always make sure that I put my car keys in my knickers. Careful, you know. And then another bad thing that happened last year, I had a breakup. The good news is he's recently moved into the basement with all the lads. They're all down there now trying to get Oasis tickets. This year I started dating. I started dating again, and you know, I'm always around stand-up comedians. I spend all my time with stand-up comedians. And I love going on dates with men who have never even been to a comedy show, because they give me advice on how to do stand-up comedy. They're great for the advice. They're great, and I'm friends with a lot of lesbians, and you know, they keep saying to me, Amy, like, do you think you'd like to try dating women? And I was like, oh my god, I had no idea that lesbians are just patiently waiting for straight men to fuck up. They're just always lurking in the shadows. You can come with us if you like. They make their own sourdough. Like leaving a little tray of sourdough bread comes to stony batter, you know. They say behind every good man is a great woman, and that's not true. Behind every good man is a great lesbian who's just patiently waiting for him to die first. But they keep saying like, oh, I think you should consider it. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could carry off a mullet, you know. Oh, I need to be feminine and go out with girls. I'm like, yeah, but my name is Amy Cassidy, so I could be Butch Cassidy. I myself a little girlfriend, she can be a Sundance kid. You know? So the last couple of months I've actually been living alone. Oh my god, don't follow me home. Don't follow me home. My air code is no, I've been living alone, and I love what I have to say. I don't need anyone. I'm a strong, independent woman until I go to IKEA. My dad. But I've had to outsource, you know, help, which is fine. And I actually found this app, this great app, right? And you can find someone that will come to your house and assemble your IKEA furniture for free. It's called Tinder. It's great. They need to make a version though with just carpenters on it, and they can call it Timber. Two very different apps, but with men sending you pictures of their wood.